Hi there, good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Gwen from the Dr. Gwen International Inc. and host of the iTunes show, the Dr. Gwen Podcast Show. It is Monday and it's September 24, and it is that Monday in the month when we get together to just chat about life and business. Now, you know my policy that your life is your business. And if you fail to identify that important connection, then of course you are cutting yourself off from a lot of resources, not just external resources, but the internal resources that are important. Now, today I want to talk with you about how you view your day, how you view your life, and the experiences that came out of it. And this morning I was on a phone call with a woman about some insurance information. So I was calling her about some insurance billing information. And so I greeted her. I said, "Good morning." She said, "Good morning." I said, "How are you?" She said, as good as it can get. It's Monday." I didn't comment on that. And then she said, it's rainy outside." I didn't comment on that either. But then later on, as she was talking, I yawned a little bit. And I said, "Excuse me," I yawned. And her comment to me was, "Well, how wonderful is that? This is a perfect day for that," she says. It's rainy outside and it's Monday. I still didn't comment. But it left me to think that how we set our thought patterns, how we view the experiences in our life, really determine the type of day that we have. No doubt, she may not be having such a fantastic Monday, and things may be looking rather bleak and rainy in her experiences simply because that's the way she's looking at it. She is looking at the fact that it's Monday and things are supposed to not feel good. Good feelings, my friend, really direct the focus of your experiences. And if you want to have a good experience in your business or in your life, it is really, really important for you to understand some key principles that I'm going to be sharing with you. There are 5 things that I'm going to be sharing with you today that I hope that you can spend some time reflecting on and really putting in practice, even when you don't see the results that you are expecting as yet. The thing that most people like to do is to give up when they don't see those experiences. So if you can keep in mind that, number 1, the good feelings direct the focus of your experiences. What you really focus on will create the quality of your experience. And if you don't believe me, think about this statement as, when it rains, it pours. Usually people are focusing on those rainy experiences in their lives. And so what do they get? More and more of that. And then you begin to feel crappy. And before long, you start biting at people. And they, in turn, start biting back. Because that's just the way it goes. When it goes downhill, it really flows downhill. So what are you trying to do now in your life experiences and in your business? Life and business are integrated. They are very much connected. You cannot separate the two. And I like to say that because I find that many people tend to forget that. Now, here's the thing that you must do. You must focus on taking control of your mindset. You have to have a positive mindset. So you may say, "Okay, Dr. Gwen, all hell's breaking loose around me. So how can I keep a positive mindset?" Well, I'll share with you a couple things that I encourage you to do when you find that you're being discouraged or you feel that things are not going the way you need to. But the one thing I'll say right this minute is stop focusing on what's going down. Yes, I've said that to others and they say, "Well, I'm a practical person," or "I'm a realist. I've got to focus on what is happening right now. I can't ignore it." No, I did not say to ignore it. You can take care of whatever it is that you can take care of to handle that situation. But I said not to focus on it. Don't give it energy. Don't make it come alive in your system so you feel your heart rate going up and your anger increasing. You just have to let it go. It's those realistic situations that keep you stuck, because you're a realist and you want to focus on the realism or the realistic situations. That's what's keeping you stuck. So I'll share with you a couple things on how you can back out of that a little later. But the first thing I said is keep a positive mindset, no matter what's going on. Now, the next thing is you have to be really clear about what you want, okay? So think about what you're looking for now in your business or in your relationship or in your life. Are you clear about it? Write it down. That's a powerful way for me. I found when I've written things down, they really happen, quite shockingly. There was a time when I wrote 20 items on a list, reviewed the list, pondered the list, put the list away, and within a few months, 19 of the things on that list was manifested. 19. I don't think that's an accident, but you have to be really clear. If you're not clear, then you're sending mixed signal. And so you're not going to be getting what you want. Focus on what you want while you're putting yourself in action. So after you've written down what you want to achieve, make it a focus with affirmation. Now, the thing that a lot of people don't seem to realize is that their emotions determine what they get. I know you've heard, they've beaten a dead horse about the law of attraction, right? And I'm not here to regurgitate that. But what I want you to get is this main important factor, that if you want to have things show up in your life, you have to monitor your emotions. You can't let anyone sway your emotions. You can't get angry out of control consistently. Of course, we will get angry at times. I do. But you cannot make that a set way of being. If you're in an angry state, if you're feeling upset all the time, if you're feeling lack of confidence in getting the things you want, those are all things that's going to be thwarting that thing that you want. So you have to make sure you're focusing there and you are putting your energy on monitoring the way you are feeling. Key important factor, the way you're feeling, because that tells you what you are thinking. And I've already showed you a demonstration about the power of your thoughts. If you are thinking something, you automatically impact another thing close by you. And I asked you to get a string, put a rock on the end, suspend it, anchor your hand, and think yes or no, or think about the string going in a circle, and you will see that string start to swing, because everything is energy. And when you send a thought, it sends out a vibrational wave that affects the things around you. So do the things that are coming your way, and you have to monitor your thoughts so that the thing you are sending out is bringing back something like what you're sending out. So good thoughts, good energy. Try not to be a realistic person focusing on the problem. The next thing is you've got to believe. You just have to believe, like that knowing. So if you close your eyes and you imagine for a minute that you want to have a dream vacation, and you close your eyes and you imagine that you are on this vacation, you're having it, and you're experiencing the wonderful emotions that accompany having this vacation. If there is a sink of doubt that pops into your gut while you're doing that, you're not going to have it. If you feel any kind of doubt, it's a shame, and some people would say it's unfair, but you won't have it. But I'll tell you how to get rid of that sinking feeling in your gut. Like, for example, I have coached people who say, okay, I want to make $250,000 by the end of the year, or I am making, you want to make it actually in a positive present tense. I'm making $250,000, and imagine yourself doing it. And then when I ask the coachee, how is that experience? She would say, well, it feels like a lie, like I'm not doing it, like I'm a liar, I can't do it. And my response to her and to you would be this: that feeling that you feel in your gut that tells you, this won't happen, that's an energy right there. If you focus right on that feeling and send it a bunch of loving emotions, it sounds silly, but I want to promise you that this works, okay? So close your eyes, and when you say, I am making $12 million, and you feel that sinking feeling like, I can't do that, wherever you feel that feeling, stop that moment, relax, acknowledge that feeling, don't resist, and send it a ton of love. Then you want to recheck. You're going to poke the bear. So you're going to go back again and you're going to recheck. Okay, I am making $12 million. That feeling, it feels less of a pain now. And you do that until that feeling is gone completely. That is how you're going to clear that energy to get you making or doing what you need to, but you have to believe. And if that belief is not there, then it won't happen. If those of you who are religious or maybe Christian, I think there's a text somewhere in the Bible that says, whatever you ask for, believe that you have it and you will receive. If you cannot believe that you have it, you will not receive it. And how do you know whether you believe? That sinking feeling you may feel in your gut when you ask for it and you get that feeling, you don't believe, and so you won't get it. So just do that exercise that I just gave you. That's worth a ton of money, trust me. And I want you to do this. Send me a note and let me know how it works for you. These are strategies that I use with my highest paid coaching clients, okay? It works. I've used it on myself to open up the pathway so that things that are blocked will be clear, because we all have blocks. Let's face it. There is something in your life that's blocking you now. There's something in mine that I may not even now be aware, but I tell you what, every time I find that block, I use that exercise and I clear it. So you must believe, and it doesn't matter how long. Some of us like to say, okay, I want this in a week. You cannot do that. You just have to be patient, because God knows the time frame that it will happen for you. It could be 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 year, 1 decade. Who knows? And I know it's not easy to hang in there, but you just have to keep hanging in there. So now to the point where I started off telling you how you can change that feeling when it comes. If you have that sinking feeling in your gut, like, oh my gosh, I can't do this anymore, I just need to give up right now. There are 2 things you can do. The first thing is you can go back to a time in your life when you had an experience with someone, something, just some experience that was really happy for you. Put yourself there and recall it. When you do that, once again, as I say, everything is energy, your feelings will begin to shift, okay? You will start feeling better. Now, there are some feelings that when you feel it, it is so deep that no matter how hard you try, you just cannot seem to get up out of it. And that you're going to have to take it incrementally in steps. So the first thing I would recommend is to get up and do something. You can find an activity. Now, your brain is so powerful, and it also is amazing because it doesn't know what is facts from what is fiction. And if you close your eyes this minute for example, and you imagine that you are in a pit, a bed pit with snakes surrounding you and they're crawling all up on you, your body will start reacting because your brain doesn't know whether it's true or not. Now, if you find an activity that you can encounter and go through that activity with your eyes closed and imagine yourself as first person in that activity, what will happen is your whole physiology will begin to shift and you will begin to feel more confident and you will begin to feel better. So use that in the discouragement situation. Don't worry about how long it's going to take. It will happen. You just have to keep your focus and find something to think about that's going to revive you and that will cause you to feel better in the moment. But don't give up off of that dream, okay? Monitor your feelings every day. That's the one thing I think many people miss. They feel like the only thing they have to feel good about is that energy or that thought or that thing that they want. Okay, I'm going to feel good about getting it. Oh, I'm in the motion of feeling really great. I'm having it. Wow, that's good. And then they storm off to go be angry, to be upset, to be critical, to be backbiting, to be whatever they are. And it just does not work that way. So my friends, those are the 5 things that I want to give you. And I didn't outline them linearly. So just in summary, let's do that. Number 1, keep a positive mindset. You have to monitor the way you are feeling to know what your mindset is. Be clear on what you want. Write it down if you want to. Focus on it with intention and with emotion. Focus on it. Believe that you're going to have it. You've got to believe that you will have it. And then when you get discouraged, number 5, you put yourself in a place or a thought that's going to cause you to feel better. Do that for the things you're trying to work on in your life or in your business. And I would like you to send me a message and let me know how it's working out for you. Thank you so much, my friends. This is Dr. Gwen, inspiring lives to live purposefully and passionately. Bye.